Hey, everybody. You know, growing up, my father didn't just teach me that it was important to do certain things in life. He taught me that how I did something was just as or more important than doing it. For example, you can build a deck on the back of your house, but how you build that deck is going to determine whether people are safe or not and how long that deck is going to last. All of us have experienced shoddy craftsmanship in something that we've bought at one time or another in our lives. Whether it was a toy that we had as a kid that broke within the first 15 minutes of us using it, or a piece of furniture that collapsed after a week, to the lemon of a car that some salesman sold us. How you do things matters in life, which brings us back to the book of Revelation. One of the messages that gets overlooked in Revelation is how Jesus defeats Team Dragon. We read in Isaiah 55:8 that God's ways are not our ways. And throughout his earthly ministry, Jesus frustrated those that followed him because he didn't do things the way they expected he would. He didn't defeat Rome through physical force and war. Instead, he died on a cross, and he used love as his weapon of choice. It's interesting how Jesus defeats the armies of the earth that gather in a valley called Megiddo for what we refer to as the Battle of Armageddon. We are told that they're defeated with a sword that comes out of his mouth. And then we are told what that sword is: his word. Imagine, with one word, Jesus conquers every army on earth. Now, when you read Revelation, it seems like there's going to be a bloody battle engaged in when Jesus returns. But that image is wrong. Although the armies will gather in the valley of Megiddo, there will be no battle. Did you hear me? No battle. We're constantly talking about, in Christian circles, the battle of Armageddon. But there is no battle of Armageddon. The battle never starts. Why? Because Jesus doesn't use carnal weapons to win. He uses the same weapon he used to defeat Satan in the wilderness when he was tempted, the Word of God. The method that Jesus uses to fight the enemy is different from the weapons that we use right now on this earth. We use guns and bombs and social media posts. But Jesus uses two weapons in battle: love and the Word. Babylon, which represents the systems of this world, uses carnal weapons to get its way. But for the people that are a part of Team Lamb, that's you and I, we are called upon to use love and the Word as our only weapons. And here's where things get tricky. It's easy to get frustrated with the way of love and the Word and begin using the weapons of Babylon and Team Dragon because they make our flesh feel good and they seem to be more effective sometimes. But if we use fleshly weapons in our battle against Team Dragon, we will ruin our reputation and our witness as sons and daughters of the Lamb. We will lose our moral authority. We will lose people's respect, and we will lose the battle because we're not fighting the way Jesus did. It's a very subtle thing that can happen to us. Let me give you an example. In the social political arena, it's easy to get sucked into an argument where we end up screaming, either literally or figuratively, at those we disagree with. It's easy to start making angry, caustic social posts or sending emails concerning our views. It's easy to be unkind and tear people down. It happens to all of us, including me. I get sucked into the ways of the dragon instead of the ways of the Lamb. What is supposed to make Christians different from the rest of the world is how we do things. We do them in love and in grace. We speak the word seasoned with kindness and mercy. We don't engage in tit for tat with people. We don't get angry and violent. You never see Jesus doing that. It's amazing that at the second coming of Jesus, he simply and calmly speaks one word and stops the armies of the world dead in their tracks, and it's over. So how have you been doing in the battles that you've been fighting? Are you waging war like Jesus did, or are you using the ways of Team Dragon? It's really an important question that we need to ask ourselves, because how we do things will either enhance or destroy our witness for Christ. How we do things in the Christian life is important. If you want to hear more about the ways of the Lamb versus the ways of the dragon, I encourage you to join us this Sunday for service at 10 a.m. at our Rockford or our Roscoe campus. God bless you and have a great day.